Hey kids, it's Jurassic James. One of the number one questions I get when I do talks or classes or lectures is, what is your favorite dinosaur? And the answer is very simple. Brachiosaurus. So, picture it, El Paso, 1993. I had already spent my entire life reading it, well, at the time, shorter life, reading about Brachiosaurus being, at the time, thought to be the largest dinosaur. And then I see Jurassic Park in this theater. I remember my brother took me, and I remember looking up, and there's a scene where Grant, and actually it's a scene right there, where Grant and Dr. Sattler and John Hammer are looking at the Brachiosaurus, and I see it, this animal, and it's feeding from the tree, as you're seeing here. And I remember dinosaurs come in all shapes and sizes, but like that was dinosaur to me. It was this giant animal that defied all logic for my child brain. And my entire collecting life, I've always wanted big sauropods, and usually the bigger ones are like foam or something like that. So I spent like all these Brachiosaurus behind me was my attempt to find this lady right here. And what I'm saying is, I love big Brachiosauruses, and I cannot lie. But the idea is very simple. When the Target had the Jurassic Park Legacy thing come out, and they have these giant like Brachiosaurus, I was so excited because even though I was an adult, that's the toy I always wanted as a kid, and they finally made it. I mean, I would try to get. I have all these Brachiosauruses for me trying to get like this, and then I found her. Well, actually, well, I'll tell you later. But what I'm gonna do today is I'm gonna unbox this and show you how awesome she is. Now, that being said, I like that they have a kid on the box to like show you for scale. Now, to me, it's a weird scale because kids vary in ages and mass. But the idea is that I get my special scissors, these are my Jurassic James, because what other scissors would I have but these like royal scissors? And we open it like such. Oh, it's so big. Okay. There we go. It's now, and I do that. And missed it by that much. That's a Get Smart reference for those of you who remember the 60s. Let's see. How many kids remember the 60s, right? Okay, there we go. So, oh, okay. Beautiful. Just absolutely positively beautiful. Let's see what else is in there. That's the whole inside. A lot going on here. Alright, that's weird. It just keeps going. Okay, so yeah, there's nothing else really in there. So, very easy assembly. There's like 3 parts: the tail, the neck, the torso. So we take the torso, put that there. Yeah, I don't really need my scissors anymore. Okay, so let's see. So huge torso, love this gal. Let's get started head first. And look, all you do is like there's that, like you plug it in. Some assembly that you required. I'm doing it wrong. I'm doing it wrong, aren't I? How do you mess up this, James? Okay. There's a little tab somewhere that I'm missing. There it is on the side. So there's a little like piece right there that attaches to the piece right here. So if I put it on like this, and it goes on like, and then she rolls around, right? There's a tail. Tail, let's see, guessing that's, there's her, so the little slot going down there, there's a slot going down here, and when those things meet, assembly finished. So, her neck goes above the screen. Okay, so here is her head, and she has articulation in the jaw. She can talk to us. How are you guys doing? Her neck starts here, goes all the way down there, which begs the question: how do these guys drink water? if you ever see a giraffe drink water, or if you know, it's adorable. They stick their like arms legs way out, and then they like this, like that. It's really kind of like weird, kind of awkward looking. I'm not sure how sauropods worked it out. I mean, obviously this giant hump thing is accommodating the, you know, Brachiosaurus means arm lizard because the arm is longer than the legs, you know, so they slope upwards. Many people see Diplodocus and they rearing up and go, oh, it's the same thing. No, Brachiosaurus is a group called Macronaria. So macro meaning big, naria is a nose hole. Fun fact here. So you see how the eyes are like right there and the nose up there. So the idea is, if you we always draw it like this with the nostrils here. But I talked to Larry Whitmer once. He was at the museum. He's a paleontologist who studies soft tissue, and he told me that even though like the hole is right there, most likely there was skin covering it, where the nostrils would have come out like right there, because any animal has their nostrils at the very front of because they're trying to smell and determine, you know, stuff. So that's something he pointed out. This is more pop culture icon stuff at this point, but that's his one of his hypotheses. So anyway, the tails here, and one of my big complaints about toys in general, the tails are too small. But for Brachiosaurus, actually no, it's actually pretty good because the Macronarian tails are shorter compared to their Diplodocus brethren, or Diplodocus brethren. The hand's really cool. The front forelimbs, they don't have hands. Is that for sauropods, like I mean, we have our you know, our humerus, all in our radius, you know, metacarpal and the phalanges, they actually like are missing like this part, so you kind of like walk like this. Now, and a really cool thing is that we believe, based on some finds, they might have something like a pad right there. But in general, if you ever see many sauropod footprints, the back toe has 3 or 4 claw toes, and they always kind of go out like this. They never go like this. Like the toys, that's one thing I can say scientifically is not correct, is that the toes all pointing forward like at attention. That's not a thing. We do know that many sauropods, well, actually for Brachiosaurus, they're a different branch, but in general, the toes kind of like turn sideways, going out like that. And the front toes, having just like these parts here, like half crescent moons or something like that, kind of when they walk. So you see footprint, claw like that. So I'll put a link in the description to my 10 methods of fossilization page, and I have a picture of the Blanco footprints where there's like a footprint and the back footprint huge, front footprint crescent, you know, like that, going just like that. Kind of a cool find. But anyway, so for me, obviously, I think I'm blinded by nostalgia. That's, you know, I'm like, this is so great, I'm so happy. But I mean, obviously, it hits the point. I must tell you this, that what we know with Brachiosaurus in Jurassic Park, at least, is actually probably Giraffatitan. So Brachiosaurus itself is found like in Colorado and South Dakota. Giraffatitan is found in Tanzania and Africa, the same time frame. And there's one called Lucititan from Portugal, actually. But it was when I was a kid, they said that Brachiosaurus was also like, it was the same genre in Colorado as it was in Tanzania. Then someone took, I mean, this is an incredible paper, and they looked at every bone we have both species of, and they're like, nope, there's enough differences to be its own species, so Giraffatitan is its own species. So a lot of the image you have of Brachiosaurus may actually be Giraffatitan, the African one. So just be aware of that. If you go to Dinosaur Park in Bastrop, I always mention them, my friends there. Their model for Brachiosaurus is actually based, again, more on a Giraffatitan. So when they change these things in science, like all the toy makers and like, you know, but I mean, Giraffatitan, Brachiosaurus, still an amazing animal. Appreciate it. This is it right there. It's so tall. It's so cool. Tall. Now I can't be myself if I didn't do this, because why? I mean, if you have this many toys and stuff, why wouldn't you? Now I know there were 2 Jeeps and there's different parts to it, but I'm a busy man. I can't buy all these toys. And you know, John Hammond's there, and Dr. Grant sees the thing, and then he tells Stanley to leave the leaf alone and come over here, and they're looking at it. This is the box art. I'm doing the box art, guys. This is not even about the teaching anymore. It's more about my nostalgia just being fed. But you're welcome, or thank you for being a part of this if you're still watching. So, and you know, he's like, how did you do this? And then you know, Malcolm's like, that crazy with bad words. He did it. So anyway, but more important for me personally, I actually don't name my dinosaur toys, because I mean, there's so many of them. I mean, I call it a genus, it's from this model, it's this company. But I did take time to name my Brachiosaurus, because you know, it's Jurassic Park, and majority, if not all, the dinosaurs at any given time are female. So I'm going to call this one Sophia, So picture it, Gondwana land, 100. That's a joke for those of you who remember the Golden Girls. But I named this one Sophia, and here's where it gets fun. I have here, this is Dorothy, and that's her daughter. And then I got a stretch over, and then this is Rose. She's really sweet. And then this one here, there's one more, Blanche. These are my Golden Girls. These are my Golden Girls. I can't see their faces because they're friends and confidants. This makes me very happy. My mom bought me 2 of them. My wife bought me the other 2. I think I'm being enabled enough. But she's like, do you have enough Brachiosauruses? I'm like, when's enough? I think we're there. And my wife was very happy to find out that they're making a Jurassic World Apatosaurus figure. There's less nostalgia there, but this is the girls. And like I said, when I do my final plan for my collection, it's gonna be amazing. That being said, thank you for watching. Please comment below, good or bad, likes or not, subscribe, tell me what you think. But yeah, this is pretty cool. I like this a lot. This is good. This is really good.